Hello, here's my audience, my father and my mother, and my two sisters. And I am Joseph Allred, and I am talking over the disagreement between speaking a foreign language against the English language in the American culture. And I believe this very strongly about this because I had the privilege to live outside this country in Spain, and I learned a different language and a different culture. And to go along with this, as Americans, we have freedoms that everyone should live within the law, know how to live within that law, and know how to compromise with those who they associate with. And this can be very controversial because there are many people, many different languages, many cultural backgrounds, but yet we need to learn how to work together and live together. And, okay, there we are. As I stated, to live within the law, in the First Amendment we have the Bill of Rights that states we have the freedom of speech, meaning we have whatever liberty to say whatever we want to say, and in accordance to however we may offend somebody, we may pay the price for that consequence because of our choice to either say something offensive or demeaning to whoever we may be speaking to or about. And to go along with that, I feel language should be included within that freedom of speech concept, because there are many people who speak a different language. Maybe somebody nearby doesn't know how to speak that foreign language, and they may feel offended because they cannot understand what they're saying, because they have the fear that somebody is saying something very inappropriate or demeaning about them. I feel people should not have this fear, although everyone's going to have this fear, because they are afraid of what's different and what they are not comfortable with. And as we said, in the most of the Christian world, they believe in the ideal of free will. So us as individuals, we get to choose how we live, how we speak, and what cultures we want to live with. And Mr. Martin Brunham Lee, in his article, The Nature of Spanish versus English, he states, use of Spanish or English likely ranges along a continuum influenced by preferences of particular people involved, such as parents, siblings, or friends. I have many friends who speak a foreign language, such as Spanish or Portuguese, and I also have many who do not speak a foreign language. I go amongst these social circles, and I always hear the comment, we're in America, we speak American. I don't feel that that should be a true statement, because first of all, we speak English here in America, and second, I should be allowed to speak whatever language I feel most comfortable with a person that I'm speaking with, or whatever group of people. I do understand, maybe they want to feel included, maybe they also want to feel like they have this gift as well. So, we also need to realize that as I get to choose how I live my life, they also have the ability to choose how they live. With this knowledge, they are able to say whatever they may say, live however they may live, and raise their future generations however they may choose. I personally am going to give my children and my future posterity the opportunity to know a second language, because it'll give them that much more of an opportunity and much more of an understanding of the many cultures that are involved in our world. And for many people, keeping an ability and a connection to another language and culture is very difficult. That's why it is important to find the appropriate time and the appropriate places to use these talents of knowing a different language and a different culture. So, I work with people who speak Spanish, and I work with people who don't. I have found the balance that I can converse with whoever I want and whatever language I choose because of the rapport that I have developed with these coworkers. Amongst my friends, I don't have this complete ability because many of them feel offended because they do not speak a foreign language. So I've come to the compromise that I will do the best I can to speak in a language that's more comfortable with everybody else. I feel that is a good compromise because everyone is able to understand and everyone is able to enjoy their time, but I still will not have to give up my ability of knowing Spanish. And Mr. Xingzhu stated, recognizing cultural and linguistic differences within each culture group among various culture groups and seeing cultural and linguistic differences as rich resources for individual and societal education for growth. He stated that in the Encyclopedia of Cultural and Linguistic Differences. Now, as I stated in the beginning, in a world with so many different people, backgrounds living in the various places, new citizens need to remember to live in accordance to the laws. They ultimately choose how they live their lives and learn how to compromise with others.